Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first solo podcast of Dave's Odd-kast. The reason why I've decided to do a solo podcast today is Dave has corona. Um, I went and got tested on the 30th, found out New Year's Day that I tested positive, so it was a positive New Year. Um, it's quite scary. Um, and there was times where I weren't as careful as I should have been. I actually went and see my parents Christmas Day, and obviously on top of everything else, um, that the guilt of that, because my parents are under the vulnerable category also, and now because I never had the foresight or, do you know what? It it wasn't at the front of my brain when it should have been. What was at the front of my brain was seeing my parents Christmas. Because the thing is, even though I have a brilliant support network with my family, couple of friends, um, it, it gets hard being on your own, and especially when you live on your own, you know. And it's kind of, it's easy for people to point the finger and say, well, but be on your own in this pandemic. I'm very lucky because I have a good support network, but it still gets fucking lonely. Still gets lonely, and that tempts you into kind of overlooking certain things, and you begin to reason with yourself and kind of bullshit yourself. You're like, when you want to spend your last money in the pub and stuff, you're like, well, if I spend this 10, I can get the 10. It's kind of, you start to make compromises in your mind, which actually compromises other people's safety. The guilt for that, is worse than the actual COVID for me, my experience of it. Um, and it's scary because I don't know what my body's doing. Uh, and I'm on my own, and like thoughts go through your head, obviously, and on top of that, thoughts go through my head because of certain decisions that I had made, um, going around to my parents and stuff. You know, how many people? Yeah, I'm finding this so difficult right now. Imagine the people that didn't survive from this and lost family members from this, lost friends from this. Regardless whether you think it's conspiracy or not, yeah, regardless, right? We don't know, man. We don't know. Like, there's a lot of people, man, that they watch half an hour videos on YouTube and they think they got fucking answers. But the fact of the matter is, we don't know. Do I think it's suspicious? Yes. Do I think the virus is real? Yeah. But what I do think is there's a lot of big corps taking advantage of the current economical situation. and and it could be manufactured, but I don't believe that it's not real. You know, what about if the conspiracy of it being not real was the conspiracy? Like the government just lay back and said they're gonna fuck themselves up because they don't want to be sheep. They're not even, they're not even gonna wear masks. Like, I'm not criticizing anybody for that. I'm just saying hypothetically. You know what I mean? Because masks apparently. You know what? I ain't even gonna say that because I don't know. I don't know enough. But yeah, and like before before this happened to me, obviously, I took certain precautions, but I weren't, it was kind of at the back of my mind when it should have been at the front. And hindsight's a bitch because I'm okay, man, so far, thank God. And like, but I worry about my parents and I worry about my friends, and some people are, some people are kind of, they're unsure about what's going on, you know. Um, but this thing about COVID's not real and stuff, I'm not too sure, man. I think it might be. You know what I mean? Regardless, there's people out there just making statements, going, "Oh yeah, they're real anyway," coughing in people's faces and that, and then when something happens, it's too late. Maybe it is all a big conspiracy. But the way I'm feeling, I wish I fucking stayed inside, even if it is just the flu. No, this isn't just the flu, by the way. I get bad kidney pains, a tight chest. Um, I haven't lost my sense of taste completely. It is a bit dimmed down. Um, and you do feel it in your lungs, at the back. And I'm a smoker as well. I haven't smoked that much since. So I suppose that's a positive. Um, no pun intended. Positive. Huh. But it's a very scary situation, and especially when you live alone. But don't get me wrong, I've got great friends who've supported me through this. You know who you are, and you know who you went, and without that, I'd be completely alone. And you gotta realise, man, there's people out there like that are just completely alone. They don't have nothing. Like they don't have nobody. They're riding this by themselves, man. And you know what? Do you know one good thing I've seen in this is community, especially around my area. My neighbours have been fantastic from the start of the pandemic. You know what I mean? From the start, when it started out in March, there were certain people that were there, boom, without even without any hesitation, and it was unspoken. It was really sweet that I see that. Um, and also I thank Andy for the film night podcast that we've been doing. Even though we may be, well, I may be fucking terrible, yeah, right. But at least I got a couple of subscribers, and I thank you all, man. Even if it was just one, yeah. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my bullshit. Like, it really means a lot. And doing this podcast with Andy has helped me kind of have something new in like kind of like a situation that's mundane and samey sometimes, you know. Um, yeah, thanks for the support with the podcast. I mean, even people from way back, you know, say because the thing is, I was thinking about doing a podcast about 2 years ago, and my intentions were to do that podcast, but for certain ways I was feeling about myself at that point, um, I'd put it off, and certain friends would say, "Yo, Dave, man, just fucking do it. We're all waiting for it. Fucking do it." And you know what, man? I thank those people, and I also thank my mate. I won't say his name, but he knows who he is. Misha. I thank my mate for like he even helped me buy the equipment and stuff like that. In fact, the idea of doing a podcast actually come about when because we always used to watch Joe Rogan, man. Always used to watch Joe Rogan. And I said to him one day, I was like, we could do this. We wouldn't be on any sort of level of Joe Rogan. He's like the Michael Jackson of podcasts in a certain way, not without the side shit, but like yeah, he's like the Michael Jackson of podcasts. And I thought, we could give this a crack. I asked him actually to be my Jamie. He was like, no. I go, well, you feature on it. He's like, no, but you should go and do it, Dave. And from that from that little push that my friend gave me, this seed grew um, into me finally getting the confidence and doing a podcast. And I'll thank my friend. She knows who she is, for helping me design my logo. You know, I'm not a very techie guy, and I try to do most stuff by myself, but I need that support. And even I've got somebody helping me do my website. I'm not paying these people. These people are doing it out of the kindness of their own hearts. My friends, man. And I miss my friends in this pandemic. I miss being able to touch them all the time. When we get out this pandemic, I'm gonna touch what else rhymes. I don't know what I'm saying. Say, fucking crazy, man. But you know what? Thanks for all the subscribers and thanks for the comments. You know what? Even if they're negative, for the fact that you would be able to sit through me talking and then hate it afterwards shows some fucking character. Not only hate it, take the time in writing a comment about it on how shit it is. That flatters me because I just see it a completely different way. I'm just like, but you're watching it. Thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you, and thank you for the, and also thank you for the constructive criticism. Thank you for that. And people always need to tell me how it could be improved, or and you know, and I take that on board. With a lot of things, man, because I'm new to this. I've never been a YouTuber. I'm new to this. You can probably tell, man. But what again? What the fuck else you gonna do in a pandemic? You know what I mean? But hopefully we'll get through this, man. Hopefully, I've got one till the 9th of January. Uh, well, we're stuck in lockdown anyway, so it makes no fucking difference. But like, got till the 9th of January, and then I'm out of isolation. Hopefully, I'll be in the clear. Um, things are looking all right now. I've just got a head cold, kidney pain, just kidney pain, tight chest, but it's not pleasurable, but it's not terrible. And it's the fear of it that's worse. It's the fear. It causes so much stress. The past few days have been really difficult, really difficult. And the fact is as well, because I weren't because I weren't thinking and I weren't being careful uh, on Christmas Day, before Christmas. You know, you have that on your head, like I could have infected people, and let alone I've infected myself, which makes people worry. I got 5 brothers, man, 3 sisters. My brothers have been wicked, yeah, um, with this, man, and I just, I just feel the love from them. You know, How worried my mum is, that breaks my heart, and how worried I am for her, and my dad as well. You know, we just need to stay indoors, man. Even if this is all bullshit, right? Even if you think that, just keep your opinions there until you get until we're 100% sure. Then fucking go around outside and run around naked, right? But right now, just stay indoors or something, man. It doesn't mean you're being a shit. It doesn't mean, oh yeah, I'm not that stupid. Come on, love. Let's go for a roll on the grass with the locals. Let's breathe in each other's faces. It doesn't mean you're a sheep and that if you just say, all right, and just in case, because we're not doctors, let's just stay indoors and hope this shit fucking sorts itself out, man. Because you know what? That's all we can do right now. And regardless of what your opinion is, not everybody has that opinion, and you're not a qualified doctor. You might be, who knows? But I'll probably listen to you then if you were. And you said to me, oh, actually, but then I'd listen to another doctor, and then I'd make my own decision. But I would not go out and put on Facebook going, fuck it, COVID ain't real, fuck 'em. Like, do you know what I mean? You don't know. What if the conspiracy was the conspiracy? Do you know what I mean? Because they wouldn't even have to like kill us off. Kill us off. They'd just release that virus, yeah. And they'd be like, these people are so stupid anyway. They're going to think it's not real because they think they're woke, right? Or whatever that means, right? So, like, they're going to even protest not wearing fucking masks. They're going, like, do you know what I mean? I'd do that if I was the government and I wanted to eradicate and everything. Not that I would ever do that. But, like, you know what I mean? I'd be like, make these people feel like they're smarter than we are, and they think it's all bullshit. Like, do you know what I mean? So they're gonna be socially socially active and that because I think they're being rebellious. But really, Mr. Rockefeller, they're doing what we want them to do. The New World Order is getting closer and closer. Can you sniff it? Can you sniff it? Do you know what I mean? And it's not. Regardless, man. I know the way I feel, yeah, right, and I've never felt like this in my life. I don't feel terrible, but it's a different feeling. I've never had this, and it does feel fucking strange. So I can only go off of my own opinion, you know what I mean? But I ain't about to put shit on Facebook or any other social platform like, don't worry, let's meet up in parks, it's all bullshit. Why is it bullshit? I watched an half an hour video on YouTube about it. Oh god, it convinced me straight away. It's like the Daily Mail people have suddenly jumped on conspiracy theories, and it's just, what? Like, you know what I mean? Oh god. But anyway, guys, um, thanks for watching, man, and really appreciate it. Andy appreciates it too. We're actually recording a film not podcast tonight, and I think we're doing it on the Matrix. And the reason why I like our podcast is because we're really amateur at them, but like that's fine. I mean, like we don't. I do a little bit of research on the films, but we literally just pick films that we love. We have a conversation about it, and it's time in the week where me and my mate can sit down and just have a chat and then put that on YouTube and let people like slate us for being offensive or some fucking shit. You know what I mean? But thank you for taking the time to calling us offensive, watching it all, and then putting a comment. Thank you. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, man, I appreciate it anyway, man. And I'm gonna be doing Dave's Odd-kast as well, which is a separate section of the podcast away from the film nights. We're still doing them. I love them. I love the film nights. But I'm gonna do Dave's Odd-kast where I actually select guests and bring guests on and interview them, and it could be guests from all walks of life. I mean, without sounding too pretentious, you know. Um, I've got some people in the pipeline that that are going to touch on some certain issues. We're going to discuss them. I want you guys to comment, even if it's a negative comment, man. We need to communicate. Um, and yeah, people from all walks of life as well. And if you want to be on the podcast, just go on Dave's Odd-kast Facebook page and just put your name down there. I'll give you more instruction when I get everything sorted. But for now, go to Dave's Odd-kast Facebook page, and if you have a story or something that you would like to share, if you have a charity that you'd like to promote, if you like to promote some work that you're doing, if you would like to promote your music, if you would like to talk about certain issues, um, mate, I'm happy to talk to anybody. So, you know, as long as you're not like a Nazi, you come on my podcast to tell me that like you're in a wheelchair, dude. You're not even natural. You're not military. I mean, obviously, if you do that, I'll just spunk on your mum's face. But as long as yeah, as long as you got a story to tell or whatever, man, anyone's welcome on my podcast, man. Because I'm lucky to even like have one. Do you know what I mean? So anyone can come on if you've got a story to tell, and if you think people would benefit from your story, or your organization, your hobby that you're doing, anything, man, and you want to chat about it, just just message me on Dave's Odd-kast Facebook page. I'll give you an email actually. Message me on message me on David Kimberley 33 at outlook.com. So it's David Kimberley David Kimberley 33 at outlook.com. Right? So message me, send me an email, and if you want to be a guest on the show, on the podcast, I would be very grateful. Because it's not the host that makes the show most of the time. It's actually the people that they have on. It's like when promoters take all the credit for the band's music that they've hosted. Mate, you won't be shit without the bands. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like with this podcast, man. I won't be shit with the film. I won't be shit without Andy doing the film nights with me, because then we both suck. Nah, but seriously, without Andy's support and everything, doing these film not podcasts, I wouldn't have had the comments say I trip up on my words. I wouldn't have the confidence to do this, you know, to actually just chat shit. I mean, I did stand-up comedy for a bit before the pandemic, just as an amateur. I dabbled in it. I'm terrible at that, but at least with that, there's a kind of script, you know. But with this, I would never had the confidence, and before as well, being on video, like I didn't want to do it because I used to have like a really wonky eye. Where the fuck is this guy looking? Like I used to have a really wonky eye, and I've just had it fixed. Like it ain't perfect yet, and I'll never be no Brad Pitt. I'm more like Johnny Depp after a car accident. But like, and yeah, but this used to mess with my confidence, and like actually more than my actual wheelchair did. Because when I was bullied as a kid, um, it weren't always the wheelchair that was pointed out. It was my spots and my eyes. And like, where's he looking? Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, your eyes look cross. It's quite funny, but not at the time, you know. So it does affect your confidence. And with the support from Andy, friends who I don't want to say their names because I know it gets you in fucking trouble, right? Thank you for your support, all ears. And, you know, to my dear friend who even helped me design the logo, like I said before, thanks, man, because you're helping me manifest a dream, all ears. All ears. I don't even, do you know what it is? I care if I make no money off this, man. I just enjoy doing it, you know. And doing the podcast with Andy has helped stabilize my mental health that little bit more. Because it's just something new and it's something that I look forward to through the week. And the thing is, man, because Andy's busy, you know, he's a guy that works hard, and the fact is, yeah, right, it's nice to take the time out with my mate and have a chat with him about films we like and just chatting shit. That's all it is, man. We don't take ourselves seriously, man. Like we just chat shit, you know. But I hope it cheers people up, man. And that's what we aim to do is to just have a laugh with people watching us make fools of ourselves. You know, if my film studies teacher saw the way I talk about movies, like in a easy, loose sort of way, you know, back in the day, like he would be ashamed. He'd be like, "I have taught you nothing," you know. But man, I just want to talk about movies that I like, you know. And and this is another thing, man. Like also, on Twitter, Dave's Odd-kast, um, put suggestions if you're on Twitter. Put suggestions on like what films you like and what films you'd like us to discuss. You know, and the presentation will be better. Also, again, I'm not that technical. I'm learning how to do this slowly. And I know it's really easy for some people, but Dave ain't ashamed to say when something's hard to do, you know, for me. So, you know, it's slowly getting there, slowly getting there. The same woman that helped me design my logo is actually helping me design my website. We did have one up and that, but due to certain complications and that, like my stupidity, like I'm having a bit of trouble with it. So I'm gonna have to call her up again. And none of these people are even getting paid for this. They're just doing it out of the kindness of their own hearts. You know what I mean? And thank you. I'd like to say thank you to all the people that have supported me through this pandemic. You know who you are. I know I've probably said this before, but I need to stress this. Without able-bodied, you know, a lot of disabled people are bitter against able-bodied people, but without them, man, and this isn't saying, oh, we're nothing without able-bodied. I'm not saying that, but me personally, if I never had those extra pair of legs that my friends had, I wouldn't have fucked, man. So, like, thank you, able-bodied people, for your legs. Thank you. I appreciate it because those legs went to the shop, you know, got me got me my tobacco, my milk, so I can have my coffees, and that's all Dave needs. But without those people's legs, Dave would have been fucked, and I ain't ashamed to say that. Thank you, thank you, and I hope everyone's all right, man, because this lockdown shit, and the government are saying all these things like rules for sanitation. That nobody has a clue what's going on. I think what we should do now, what I've learnt from this lesson, um, well, the lesson ain't over yet, but what I've learnt is that, do you know what, man? We talk about not being sheep and everything like that, but really, we need to start taking care of ourselves and stop relying on the government to tell us how to take care of ourselves. We need to take action as a community, as a human community. Fuck the government, man, because they're just businessmen anyway, right? They're cashing they're cashing in, right? As a community, we need to control this virus. Right? As a community, fuck the government, fuck our leaders, because they ain't even leaders. They're career politicians who were born in fucking Cambridge. You know what I mean? They've had lives of grandeur. The messy shit they've probably been through is their purse, right? But that's what I'm saying. As people, we are the people. We are. We are the people, man. Look, we need to say, all right, and this virus is kind of killing us. So let's all huddle in. We'll take care of the vulnerable. We'll do shit. Don't leave things up to like the government, man, because you'll just end up on your way to a one world order, kind of like a Orwellian state. If we listen to those cunts, do you know what I mean? There's a demon in my house. Anyway, like, thanks for listening to my rant, and like, thanks for viewing my content. Thank you to all my family, man. I've seen the love ever since I got corona. My brothers, and you know what? You know who you are. The ones that like. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making you worry. I am, man. You know. I love you all, and thanks for tuning in to Dave's Odd-kast. Uh, and tune in to Dave and Andy's Film Night Odd-kast, because you should subscribe. I love you all. See you later.